Yeah, dude. So what happened? Take me through take me through a little bit of the injury. So is it better now, would you say?
Yeah, it's definitely getting there. I mean, it's stiff and it hurts a little bit, but yeah, I was just, man, I grew up skateboarding and it's always been one of my major loves outside of music. And, I think, the last little bit I've been playing a lot more music than skating. But I was on tour and I was skating a fair amount. I remember we went through Tampa and I went through the skate park of Tampa there.
Dude, I've been there.
Yeah.
That indoor building?
Yeah.
Bro, bring that place up.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Skate park of Tampa.
Dude, this was one of the neatest things, bro. Thank you so much for reminding me about that today. They let us just come and watch one day and watch all the guys skating.
Yeah. Yeah, they have a big contest every year, Tampa Pro. And when I went this last time, all the pros were there warming up and shit. Yeah, it was gnarly. It was cool to go see them skate. But I was skating and, I don't know. And like in these arenas that we play, I mean, it's like you get to the back door. Sometimes like just the walk to the green room is like a far ass walk, right?
Oh, yeah, dude. Sometimes you have to stop and even get a snack.
Yeah. So I had been using my skate. Like I would get off the bus and I would just bring my skateboard and I would like slap down. Also, the concrete's always so smooth in there.
Yeah, it is pretty slick. And a lot of the concrete in those places is kind of slick.
Yeah. So it's really nice on a skateboard. It's super smooth. So I could just like push twice and like be all the way around the whole arena and like, into my green room or whatever. But I'd been skating a bunch. And we finished this show in Charlottesville, I think. It's the John Paul Jones Arena. And
dude, that's a great spot.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah, so we finished there.
That town is great.
Yeah,
that's where UVA is.
Yeah, and I was lucky that I broke my leg there. They had a great medical team there, like that. The hospitals are great there. And
oh yeah, you break that bitch up in Syracuse or something. They'll just wish that bitch was better,
Yeah.
I mean, it can get kind of risque in certain areas.
It was crazy. So like, I mean, it was really weird. I was all excited after my gig. We just finished the last song. It was this big hide and seek jam, and we just spanked the crowd. And I was all excited. I had all this adrenaline from the show, and my board was sitting there. We walked off stage. We were getting ready to do an encore. And so I just grabbed my board. I did like a couple bonelesses, and then I went out just right backstage, and I just kind of flung this back 180. And that's like, it's a go-to trick for me. I've done it millions of times, and I've never broke my leg, But the thing is like I wasn't like focused, and I wasn't really skating. I was just like flinging tricks, and I wasn't like thinking about it. And it was dark, and I had brand new like sticky shoes on. And so it was weird. Like I did this back 180 and I kind of slipped out. And then when I put my foot down, my body kept spinning, and I sort of like sat on my foot, and my shoes were brand new. So like the bottoms was sticky, and it just, when I put my foot down, my toe stayed right where it was, and the rest of my body kept moving. So I just heard it snap.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I could hear it over the crowd like screaming, and it was just, I mean, it sounded like a 2x4 snapping in half. And I'm laying on the ground, and my guitar tech comes up, Toby, he says, dude, get up. And I'm like, I just broke my leg. And he's like, nah. I'm like, look at it. It's it's pointed 90 degrees to the left.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh shit. And so I laid there for a minute, and nobody was like moving me or anything. So I'm like, fuck it. I just got up. I Lieutenant Dan my ass out of there. I just scooted on my ass back behind the curtain. They came, they cut my pant leg up.
Could you tell it was broken?
Oh, I knew it was broken immediately. I mean, I heard it. It's like, and the fact that it was like pointed the wrong way, it's like, yeah, my leg is fucking broken.
Did you try to fix it yourself at all?
No, I didn't fuck with it. But I scooted out of there, and then the medic came, and he kind of cut my pant leg up, and they took me and they put me on this stretcher. And then I called my wife, and I'm like, yeah, I just broke my leg. She's like, what? I'm like, I was dicking around on my skateboard, and fucking slipped out, and somehow I broke my leg. And all the like pros I've talked to and stuff, they're like, even Tony Hawk, Jamie Thomas, all these cats, they're just like, man, that's how it happens. It's like some stupid little trick. Like it's always like some dumb thing. But so I'm sitting on the stretcher, and the guy comes up and he's like, we're going to give you some fentanyl. I was like, nah. Like I was like, no, like,
Yeah, don't you know how far I've come?
yeah, I was like, fentanyl, like, and he's like, and one of the guys was like, dude, the roads are pretty bumpy around here. You're gonna want that. I was like, all right, fuck it. So they gave me fentanyl and IV. It like took the edge off,
Yeah.
And at that point, I was starting to like go into shock, and I started sweating, but I was freezing, and it started to hurt because
Right.
it didn't even hurt when it happened. I heard it, and I knew it was broken, but I had so much adrenaline. Didn't even fucking hurt.
That's wild, dude. Was that a pretty that whole experience has got to be pretty wild because like adrenaline is just like a crazy drug that God gives you, but you can't just get it whenever you want.
Yeah, it was wild. I mean, I knew my leg was broken. I couldn't even feel it at first. My leg was pointed sideways, and I'm like, oh man, it's busted. But it didn't like hurt until that adrenaline started to wear off, and then it was like, oh, and then it kind of started coming. I'm like, oh shit, here it comes. And then they gave me that fentanyl. And
They hit you with an IV?
yeah, and they were doing that and morphine back to back. Fentanyl would work better, but it only lasts like 10 minutes,
Damn.
And then the morphine would like last longer, but it didn't help as much. But then, so they got me there, and they gave me a red carpet, man. It was like, we got a
You had a police escort?
yeah, police escort. They're like, we got a high profile patient, and so they brought me in this back door. They closed off the hallways. There was nobody in there. They wheeled me right into the X-rays immediately. It was fucking cool. And then,
Did it feel like a movie kind of?
yeah, I mean, it was just nice that I didn't have to sit there with a broken leg in the emergency room forever. You know,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
and shit.
Oh, yeah, getting a little bit of treatment. Yeah, just to not have to sit out there and some other guy's coughing on your fucking leg or whatever.
Yeah.
Somebody's fucking, some guy's using you to fucking sleep on your back and shit. Bro, our healthcare system is fucking crazy, dude.
It's wild.
Just people like trying to heal each other like religiously and shit in the lobbies of a lot of these hospitals. It's just gotten crazy.
Yeah.
People rubbing pepper jack on each other's fucking necks and shit. And just people just like thinking up shit they can do because they got to wait 5 or 6 hours to get in there to even get a fucking hug, you know?
Yeah, totally. So I was lucky to get in there, and they x-rayed it and stuff. And I mean, I can show you the x-rays. They're pretty gnarly.
Well, I remember when I saw you in Austin, you showed me a picture that was crazy. It looked like they fucking turned it into a damn violin.
Yeah, that was like,
That one you showed me.
well, that's, after they, the surgery and stuff. There's one in there, like right after it happened, before it was even set and splinted, where it looks really fucked.
Dude,
but
dude, turn it into a violin. Dude, what if you had a violeg, dude, and you made it wooden and you put some strings on the side of that bit?
that metal bar in there could work as a whammy bar if I ever get it taken out.
That's what it looks like, kind of.
Yeah. But dude, the craziest part about the whole thing was, so I get in there and we get it x-rayed. Yeah, that's the one that looks really screwed. That was before it was set and splinted. So it's what they call a distal tib fib spiral fracture. Mm-hmm. And it means like it's broken like pretty close to my ankle, which made it worse. If it was broken in the middle of my leg, they could just put a rod down there, screw it, and like it'd be a lot better. But because it was so close to my ankle, it's a bitch of a surgery, And so, but dude, they x-rayed it, and they're like, okay, we're gonna have to set it and splint it because I'm not gonna get surgery till the next morning. So they had to get it straight and then put a splint on it. And so they needed me to like not be in the room, but they couldn't put me under anesthesia. So what they did is gave me this huge dose of ketamine, and it was insane. It was like one of the most like crazy psychedelic experiences I've ever had. I mean, they dropped me straight into a K-hole.
Really? And take me through some of that. Take me through the K-hole. Was there a layover, or was it just straight there? Or was it direct flight? Like, were you getting emails?
Direct flight. I mean, it was immediately everything just folded in on itself, and like language and everything kind of made up all these molecules. And I could still hear the doctors talking a little bit, but they were using now this alien language that I couldn't understand. And I was frozen in this like white space and time, and I went down into this other dimension. It was like when Matthew McConaughey's trying to move the book on the shelf. It was like I was trapped behind layers of language. And
fuck, that's a good description, Billy.
yeah, and I was there, and I knew I was there, but there was nothing I could do, and it felt like I turned into like computer code, or like I felt like I was the the microchip inside of an iPod sending signals, but bro, and it was wild. I felt very much like an inanimate object.
Yes, dude.
That's what it felt like.
Dude, yeah. I felt like I was playing hide and go seek, but I never told with myself, but I never told myself that we started the game. Like I felt like I had I felt like I would never find my shoes again. That's what I felt like. And I also remember feeling like I was like something very small that had fallen behind a piece of furniture.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. I just had you were making me, dude, that's some of those thoughts you just had were freaking bananas.
Yeah.
Dude.
It was like I was stuck in this frozen dimension and I just kind of was like, well, I guess this is life now. I guess this is where I'm at. And this sucks because I think I'm dead, and I just was like, well, shit. And I was kind of like, well, whatever. I guess there was nothing I could do because I was paralyzed in this state.
Yeah, dude. I felt like you ever see that ball in the back of your throat kind of that's there?
Yeah.
But you just see like every once in a while you kind of get a glimmer at it through your whole life.
Yeah.
And yeah, I felt kind of like that. I felt like that, but on like an animal somewhere at a zoo that had been closed for almost 2,000 years.
Right.
That's what I felt like.
Yeah, the long forgotten.
Yes.
I felt like like these sunglasses that are just sitting here, but nobody knows that they have a soul and a brain, but they can't say or do anything because they're just frozen in these glasses. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then when I started to come back to, that was hilarious too, because I guess I started coming to, there's this lady's face right here and her face is all distorted and she's talking to me in this alien language. And I looked at her, I'm like, who are you? And then I look over here and there's this big tall man in a white shirt and I was like, Uncle John? And then my wife said I was talking all sorts of gibberish about like the inside of an apple core and that like this has all been predetermined. Like this was all, thought out and this was like part of the plan, everything.
You had the wizard's tongue, they call it.
Yeah. For a second there, I thought I was. And then I was also speaking complete gibberish, not saying real words.
Yeah, but that you got,
But then
that's fucking, dude, welcome to New Jersey.
Yeah. The doctors were running around doing a bunch of stuff to me. And I was like, I didn't know what was going on. And I was like, I thought they were aliens like fucking with me, like trying to probe me or something. And I was like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like I just told him that. I was like,
get away from my ass, Whitey.
I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that, and then,
oh yeah, there's nothing crazier than being on drugs and being an asshole and apologizing at the same time, dude. Yes.
Right away. I was like, fuck you. I'm sorry. And then they put this thing on, I mean, it's
Bro, you're the best, dude.
The what do you call it for your blood pressure?
Oh yeah, that cuff.
Yeah, that cuff. It fills up. So I'm laying there, I'm all fucked up, and that thing fills up, and probably because of my guns, that thing popped right off. Right, the Velcro came undone, and it goes pop off my arm, and I go, my butt popped. And it felt like my butt cheeks like blew up with air and then they popped like a bubble.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, my butt popped. My wife was like trying not to laugh, but I was saying some crazy shit. And then they brought me upstairs and I was in a lot of pain all night long because they started giving me like Dilaudids and hydrocodone just orally. And it wasn't doing anything to the pain. I just laid there and moaned and groaned all night.
Dude, that seems crazy that did they have to go over with your wife if they were going to give you all that medication? Like who approves that once you're kind of like.
Yeah, my manager was there, my wife, my security dude,
Okay, so there were people there at least like keeping tabs on you.
Yeah.
Okay, bet.
Yeah, I think my dude Jim, he rode with me over there and then my manager
I met
and
him.
stuff. Yeah, you know Jim.
Dude, he's awesome, bro.
Yeah, he's a killer.
He's a great guy.
Yeah. Then the next morning, they fucking took me down for surgery, and before they gave me a nerve block, which was the best thing ever, because it's like an epidural for your leg. It just drenches all the nerves in lidocaine. Mm-hmm. So I didn't feel nothing then for the first time since it happened. I was like, oh, it just felt so good to not feel it.
Damn, you were like Lemon in the 2000s. Dude. You were like, freaking Marshall, nothing matters.
Yeah, dude. For sure.
That's crazy, bro.
And they gave me this one shit. I can't remember what it was called, but it had me so chilled out. And then like,
God, dude, it sounds like this is kind of the worst thing to say, being in recovery, but to fucking say like, yeah, using drugs like in a hospital, like under like proper care.
Yeah, it was a freebie.
Yeah, it's a freebie, dude.
Yeah,
it was.
It really was. I mean, and except for the, I mean, I sort of enjoyed the ketamine, but it was also terrifying. Because I thought I was frozen in
that shit's horrible.
Different dimension, you know?
Yeah, you're like, nobody's ever going to come. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you feel like.
I thought my brain had fried and it was like you took a glass of water and poured it on a television or something. It was like my brain just fried. But man, the thing that they gave me right before surgery, I don't know what it was, but it had me so chilling. And I was finally just getting some rest and some relief. And then my oxygen kept going down. So my thing started beeping. So I'd start chilling like this, and then it'd go beep, beep, beep. And then this lady would come in and say, I need you to take a big, deep breath for me. I'm like, I take a deep breath, and then I chill a little bit, and it goes beep, beep. And she's like, I need you to breathe. And I'm like, I am breathing. Like, just leave me alone. Like, I'm fucking chilling finally, And God, now that I'm chilling, you're coming in here making me breathe and shit. Because I guess I was so chilled out, I wasn't even breathing. I was just,
Oh. Yeah, that's one of those breath diggers, dude.
It was good, whatever
Chicks
it was.
like that, they just want to fucking, all they care about is you filling your lungs up, dude. All those fucking, just those lung diggers or whatever they call them.
Probably the smartest thing that I did coming out of the hospital was I gave all my pain meds to my wife. And I said, you divvy these up,
Yeah.
You're in charge of this. Like, give me my pills when I need them and stuff. Because I know myself too well. I'd be like, oh man, one of these is good. Wonder what two's like. So then,
start hiding them or whatever.
Yeah,
I'd fucking start boofing them. I don't care what.
Crush one up and snort it or something.
Yeah, but I'd snort it with my ass, brother. I get it. You know what I'm saying? If I had to, like,
little parachute.
Like, what's it called?
Little parachute.
Oh yeah, little parachute, bro. Dude. I'd send somebody behind enemy lines. I'd send one of them behind enemy lines for sure.
Yeah,
but I can't trust myself.
Yeah, I've just been around it a lot, and I know myself. I'm an addict, so I was like scared to, be on that stuff anyways. But I had to take out. They gave me Dilaudids, and then I was on this. What is it called? Gabapentin was like the nerve pain thing. And then there was another.
I just saw a lawsuit about gabapentin. You may be able to be part of
that
this.
shit gave me vertigo like a motherfucker. It was crazy, dude. But yeah, I weaned off it I weaned off like everything in like 2 weeks. And then I was just on like ibuprofen and stuff. And so it was pretty good.
2 weeks.